Hey there, parents! If you're deep in the adventure of homework, school projects, and, just getting through the day, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're going to tackle one of the biggest challenges we all face: how to help our kids focus, even if it's just for 15 minutes. Does this feel a little too familiar? You've got the pencil sharpened, the snacks are ready, and 5 minutes in, it feels less like a learning moment and more like a hostage negotiation you are definitely losing. Trust me, if you're not in your head right now, you are not alone. Just picture it. Your child is looking at their book. They might even be sounding out a word. But then their eyes drift. That toy they haven't touched in weeks, suddenly, it's the most interesting thing in the world. Oh, look, a bird just flew by the window. Or maybe their own shoelaces have become a fascinating puzzle to solve. And that's you, right? Gently pointing back to the page, trying to reel their attention back in. It's a moment that's full of love for sure. But also, let's be real, it's a little exhausting. So what's actually going on in the little brains? Let's get into it. Okay, first things first. I really need you to hear this. The daily focus struggle is completely 100% normal. This is a universal part of raising kids. It is not a sign you're doing something wrong, and it definitely doesn't mean there's something wrong with your child. Have you noticed any of these? Maybe they stare off into space right in the middle of a sentence, or they have trouble finishing even a simple chore. Do you feel like a broken record, repeating instructions over and over? And that constant fidgeting and restlessness? Yep, these are all super common signs that a child's focus is still a work in progress. So let's totally reframe how we think about this. What if I told you that focus isn't really about willpower? It's about brain power. Honestly, understanding this one little shift is a total game changer. All right, here's a little bit of brain science made easy. The part of the brain that's in charge of things like impulse control and, you guessed it, focus, the prefrontal cortex, it's just not fully developed yet in kids. Think of it this way. They literally don't have the mental breaks we adults have to ignore that shiny toy or the dog barking outside. Their brain is actually wired for curiosity, not for ignoring it. And that brings us to a really crucial point. Focus is a skill. It's just like learning to ride a bike or tie a shoe. It has to be practiced, and it needs to be strengthened over time. Your child isn't trying to be defiant when they get distracted. They're just a beginner building a brand new skill.
This is why our expectations are just so important. Here's a great rule of thumb to remember. A child's average attention span is roughly 2 to 5 minutes for every year of their age. So asking a 5-year-old to focus for 30 minutes straight, that's kind of like asking them to run a marathon. For them, a solid 15 minutes is a huge accomplishment.
This right here is our goal. We want to stop being frustrated enforcers and become supportive coaches. Your child needs you to help them build that focus muscle, one little repetition at a time. And you know what the best part is? You already have everything you need to be an amazing focus coach. All right, let's open up your brand new focus coaching toolkit. I'm gonna walk you through 4 really simple practical tools you can literally start using tonight to help your child start building that focus muscle. First up, tool number 1, create a focus bubble. This means setting up a quiet, clutter-free space to work. Clear away the toys, turn off the TV, and make sure only the things they need are right there in front of them. This simple act dramatically cuts down on all that sensory competition. And here's a pro tip. A visual timer is your secret weapon. It makes time a real, concrete thing and shows them there's a clear finish line in sight. Tool number 2 is the 15-minute game plan. You can think of this as the kid-friendly version of the Pomodoro technique. You just set a timer for 15 minutes of focused work. As soon as it dings, it is time for a 5-minute active brain break. We're talking stretching, dancing around, running in place. That movement actually helps organize their brain, which gets them ready for the next round of focus. Okay, next up, shrink the task. A huge task like clean your room can feel totally overwhelming, and it might cause your child to just shut down. But if you break it down into tiny, achievable steps, psychologists call it chunking, it suddenly feels manageable. First, just make your bed. See, that feels doable. Then, okay, now let's put the toys in the bin. Every little check mark is a small victory that builds momentum. And our final tool, move to focus. Remember, kids are not designed to sit perfectly still. Movement can actually help them concentrate. Things like fidget tools or a wiggle seat can give them a small outlet for that energy during the task. And for those brain breaks, big movements like jumping jacks or silly animal walks help release that pent-up energy, making it way easier to settle back down and focus. Okay, so you have your toolkit, which is awesome. Now let's quickly talk about a few common traps that parents fall into. Knowing about these ahead of time will help you stay on track and keep this whole process positive for both of you. The biggest mistake is expecting marathon-level focus from a natural sprinter. Just remember that attention span rule we talked about? Short, focused bursts of work followed by breaks will always be more effective than one long, drawn-out session that just ends with everyone feeling frustrated. Second, please try to avoid using negative labels. Words like lazy or scatterbrained can really hurt a child's self-esteem. Instead of focusing on whether they finished the task, praise their effort. Something like, "Wow, I love how you worked so hard to focus for those 10 minutes," builds their confidence and their motivation to keep trying. And finally, try your best to resist that urge to compare them to a sibling or a classmate. Every single child's focus muscle develops at its own unique pace. The only progress that matters is their own progress. Celebrate their personal bests, not how they measure up to someone else. As we start to wrap this up, I want you to remember this one thing. As their focus coach, you are their champion. You have the power to turn this daily struggle into a real success story. Your superpowers on this journey are consistency and patience. Building this skill is gonna take time. There will be good days and some not so good days. The most important thing is to celebrate every single small victory. Did they focus for 2 minutes longer today than they did yesterday? That's a huge win. And why does all this effort matter so much in the long run? Because all the research is crystal clear on this. The ability to pay attention is directly linked to success in school, better emotional control, and a deep, lasting confidence that will help them for their entire lives. So please remember this. The next time you sit down with your child for homework, you're not just getting through a worksheet. You're not just managing a task. You are coaching them, you are championing them, and you are helping them build one of the most important life skills they will ever learn.
If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe. Comment your thoughts and tell us what topic you want next.